Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe New Eternia Man-E-Faces. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, here's a closer look at the packaging that Man-E-Faces comes in, and you can pretty much see everything he comes with. He does come with his blaster that's so reminiscent of the Origins version. He does come with 2 fists and 3 additional faceplates, including the one that he has on. And I don't know if there's other faceplates in there already, and he ends up with 6 faces. I have no idea. I haven't looked at reviews of this guy. I haven't opened him up yet, so I have no idea. On the side we see Man-E-Faces. On this side we see some beautiful artwork. I love that painting, and I'm thinking that he is going to come with his standard robot and a monster, because we do see it right there. It says Man-E-Faces, human, robot, monster. When Castle Grayskull shattered New Eternia, the mind of an adventurer shattered with it. Now known as Man-E-Faces, his curse forces him into the faces of many beings, from human to monster to robot, each with his own memory and agenda. Little does he know, he combined many of his memories, many faces. Little does he know, the combined memories of his many faces are the map for restoring Eternia to glory. I cannot read today. I cannot English. It is way too early in the morning. We do see the cross cell down here, Sorceress, Man-E-Faces, Shadow Weaver. We've already looked at Sorceress and Shadow Weaver. If you haven't checked out those reviews, please go back and do so. And then Pighead, which we do have, but I didn't review him. I just opened him up and put him on the shelf. So let's get Man-E-Faces and all his Man-E-Faces opened up and see what he comes with. All right, here's Man-E-Faces opened up and out of the package, and you can see everything he comes with straight away. He does come with 2 fists, which he comes with 2 open hands on him in the package. He also comes with 2 fists, so you can either have 2 open hands, 2 fists, 1 of each. I've been playing around with him a little bit, so that's why I've already swapped the hands. He does come with his classic blaster, which just looks amazing. It looks so good. I really dig the color. I dig the sculpt. Here it is compared to the Masters of the Universe Origins version. You can see it has many of the same hallmarks. It's not a one-to-one. Of course, this is more of an update because it's the new Eternia Man-E-Faces, but you can see it does have all the telltale signs of the same design as the one from Origins, the classic version. So this is really nice. I love the big open barrel on the end. I love that there's like a little cocking mechanism on this side, and I love this big dish that's right there in the middle. And probably his best accessory is this suitcase, briefcase, carrying case that's got some nice tech designs. It has these 2 pegs, and I'll show you what those are for in just a second. And it has this really cool like eye design right here on the front. You can open this up, and inside there are 3 additional face-plates. A different human style faceplate, a human which looks like it could be like his original face before anything ever happened to him, possibly, and then a skeleton. And these are all removable. At first, I didn't think they were removable because they're in there so tight, but I had to double check online before I broke it. And they just plug in these 2 little holes, and I like that the little things that hold them in look like skulls. I wonder if I haven't removed these other ones. I wonder if they look like skulls as well. It'd be pretty crazy if they all had a different design, but no, they all look like little skulls holding these little face plates on, and they are all removable. Now, the really cool thing about this is it does snap shut and stays closed pretty well. I haven't had any problems with it popping open, but you can take Man-E-Faces right here. He has 2 holes on his back, and you can plug that right in, so he can actually carry his additional faceplates on his back, and I think that's a pretty nice touch. It's of course something that we've never had before in any of the other Man-E-Faces releases, and I think that's pretty neat. Just taking a look at Man-E-Faces himself, you can see he does have his classic head design. He does have the classic dial on the top, which you can change from human to robot to monster, and I just love all of those faces. They look great. This top part of his helmet is, of course, removable. You just pop it off. It's a little tight, but there's a little peg in the back and one in the front, and they are keyed. One's larger, this one is smaller, and you can see that, you know, there's the heads, and that's how you can replace the faceplates, and we will be doing that in just a second. I love the colors of the sky, the blue, the greens, the purples, the bright pinks. Everything looks great. You've got some nice sculpted detail on his upper torso, but then like a human style torso right here with the musculature. Nice shiny purple plastic on the shoulders. I love like these fake oh, I got a little paint splosh right there. That's unfortunate. His little faux elbow pads that are connected down on his gauntlets. I love the bright shiny purple throughout. Just looks great. And then the big beautiful blue boots look awesome. So as far as articulation goes, of course, you cannot turn his head. Arms do go all the way around. He can hit that T-pose, no problem. Big bicep swivel. Double jointed pinless elbow. So that's really nice. You do have a hinge and swivel at the wrist. He has upper torso articulation, so you can pivot, turn, swivel. He does have a waist cut, so it swivels there at the waist. Legs can go all the way forward, can go back about that far. He has double jointed pinless knees, and the joints are super stiff. He can go back all the way like that, but can't quite kick his butt. He does have upper thigh swivel. He has a boot cut that's nicely hidden by this big knee pad, which is great, and then hinge swivel and pivot at the ankle. So that's really, really cool. So let's check out some of these. Let me pop these hands. I want to get his other open hand in here. Let's check out some of these faceplates. Let's see how hard this is to do, and if we can get away with doing it on camera. Oh, look there. They have the little skull design. They didn't have to do that, but I think that's really, really neat that they did. Oh, that's a magnet. Check that out. That's really cool. So it's keyed, so it only goes on one way, but it's kind of, is that a magnet, or what is that in there? There's no magnet. There's just a metal pin, but it is keyed. It's round on one side and flat on the other. And then let's get some of his other faceplates on and see what they look like. I have not done this yet, so this will be interesting to do. Of course, you can replace these faceplates, keep any of the ones on that you want, put the rest in here for storage. Oh, this top one is going to be really tight. All right, so let's put that one on. That's a really cool faceplate. I dig that. I like these options that we've never gotten before. I think it's a nice, I think that's a really nice touch that Mattel went the extra mile to do, because they didn't have to do that. You know, they could have just called it a day with Man-E-Faces and his 3 faceplates, but this really takes the Man-E-Faces to the next level. So let's start with this one. Put the helmet piece back on, and man, I gotta tell you, that's really nice. That's not a face I've seen before, but I really dig it. It looks really, really cool. Spin it around, and there is his blue, inquisitive, you know, maybe the actor in him face. Looks really cool. And then creepy skull skeleton head looks really nice as well. I think that looks really cool. I'm not going to take the time to replace those head sculpts, so those faceplates right now. But let's get these out of the way and bring in a couple of other characters. Here he is compared to the 40th anniversary Masterverse He-Man, which looks really great. Of course, he is up on a base, but that He-Man stands pretty tall anyway. And then here he is compared to his Origins version. Of course, this Origins version is a little more yellow than orange. The pinks and the purples are not as bright and vibrant. But man, I just absolutely love this guy, and you can see how he stacks up against his Masterverse counterpart. So let's get these guys out of the way. Let's get Man-E-Faces into some poses and under some lighting and into some backgrounds and see how he poses up. Man-E-Faces has always been one of my favorite He-Man characters. I absolutely love him. He's just a classic good guy. I always had this thing with in my own headcanon when I was a kid that if he got punched or hit or took any damage, that his head would spin around, and if he turned into a robot, he was kind of neutral. And he was neither good or bad. His human side was good, and then if he got hit or punched and it turned to the monster side, that he would turn bad and turn into a bad guy, that the good guys would then have to like hit him again to like get his head to turn back around. That was my headcanon. That's what I played when I was a kid. So this guy was both good, bad, neutral. He was all over the place. That's how I played with him. But man, I just absolutely love this character. He's a lot of fun, and I'm glad that Mattel went the extra route with the different faceplates. It just makes a world of difference. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Thanks for all the new subscribers. You guys are amazing. You totally trip me out every day when I look and see, and I've got 1, 2, 3 new subscribers. You guys are great. Thanks for all the comments. I try to answer every single one of them, so keep them coming. Keep the likes coming. Please check us out over at Instagram.com/Saturday Morning Toy Collector. This is the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.